Billy here with Gilbert Travels. I am here today at Marathon Airport in the Florida Keys to bring you along on a special flight, and I need to give you a little backstory before we get going. So I grew up right down here in the Florida Keys, and this airport, which is basically halfway between Miami and Key West, was the closest major airport, if you will, of any sort to me. It did at one point have commercial service. It doesn't right now, but when I came down here and drove by the airport, being a lover of planes, there was always general aviation aircraft on one side and the terminal here, and then private aviation on the other side. And never were there large jets coming through here, just prop regional planes. So there was always one aircraft that when it did come in here just seemed massive, and that was a Gulfstream private jet. Whenever you drove by this airport and a Gulfstream private jet was sitting on the tarmac, it definitely stood out. So today is a special day because I'm here at this airport and I'm going to be flying on a Gulfstream 4 back to Seattle to Boeing Field. So I just wanted to give you that context of how exciting this is to me to get to be on board this plane today. So let's get headed over and get on board. Well, that's certainly subtle. One of our pilots and the flight attendant met us inside of the gate, and then it was time to head over to the plane. All right, this should be seriously awesome. Check this thing out. How are you? Good.
Welcome to Voiceover.
Thank you. While the aircraft itself is over 30 years old, the interior was recently updated quite extensively for charter use. No sooner are you seated than the door is closed and the plane heads to the runway. Alright, so forward is the galley, closing door. Couch here for 3. 2 seats, those awesome windows, my goodness. 4 more club seats here in the center cabin. Then another sofa and dual seat rear cabin in the lavatory. Only 2 windows back here in the back, what a shame. And got the air show going here. What a gigantic airplane, holy moly. Nice little orchid. Love these windows. Headroom is acceptable. It's a little tight for me, but All right, let's check out the lavatory, storage closet, aft luggage compartment. Seriously full-length mirror. Hi everybody. So I'm not normally a big fan of the Lou review, as good old Noel puts it, but I'm gonna make an exception today for sure. Do the Lou review. This is pretty darn nice. Carry your cleaning supplies with you. All right, let's have a look at the seat features here. Definitely freeze up to spin, go fore and aft, all that. And let's see, does that also loosen the recline? Let's see, where's that release from? A couple buttons here. One for the leg rest, I'm assuming. Oh, all right. It'd help if I knew what I was doing before I did this, huh? So we got recline, we got a adjustable footrest, and we've got 4 aft, side to side, in, out, sliding. Very adjustable seat. Very cool windows. The Gulfstream 4. Touchscreen. Call button for the flight attendant. Audio control.
This was my first private flight with an onboard attendant, so I never got to look up in the galley or fix my own drinks, normally a task I'm more than glad to do as a non-paying guest on these trips. This was also my first private jet trip that had been catered with hot food, with this steak Santa Cruz style being heated and served with black beans and salsa verde. Yum. Actually, I don't think this meal was intended to be served hot, but I am glad that the flight attendant did so. Here's a look at some of the catering pre-ordering offered through the operator of today's flight. If I had to nitpick here, the plastic cups were a bit cheap for an experience of this magnitude. The cost of private jet travel is well in excess of international commercial first class, much less domestic first class, and the operator should have been able to wash a few real wine glasses after a transcontinental flight like this. I spent much of the rest of the flight marveling out at these views from the signature oblong windows. They are just so much larger than the windows on a commercial jet and provide absolutely fantastic views. The windows were really the only thing missing from my flight on the much more modern little brother G280 Gulfstream I reviewed last year.
All right, and just like that, we're across the country and we are descending down into Washington. That was the Gulfstream 4 from Marathon, Florida to here, Seattle, Boeing Field. Hope you enjoyed coming along. Happy to bring you on that flight. Billy with Gilbert Travels. I will see you on my next flight. Please remember to like, comment, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be made aware first when more content is available. As always, thanks for watching.